Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game 4, 1986 National League Championship Series, inside pitch style. Do or die for the Mets. They are down 3-0 to the Astros. Game 4, they will bring out their fourth starter, left-hander Sid Fernandez, otherwise known as El Cid, while the Astros are going back to Game 1 starter Mike Scott to try to put this thing away and not let the Mets get any kind of momentum whatsoever. Look at our starting lineups for tonight's game. For the Astros against the lefty Fernandez, they have benched Denny Walling and Craig Reynolds in favor of the right-handers Garner and Thon. Pretty much everything else is the same. With Mike Scott, the righty, in there for the Astros, the Mets are back to their normal lineup of Dykstra and Backman and Mookie Wilson in left. So pretty much everything is copacetic. Tabby is right here beside me on her little perch. I'm just hoping she stays there and does not try to climb up on the table because we don't need any of those kind of interruptions. At least I prefer not to have those kind of interruptions. But we shall see. Sometimes Tabby has a mind of her own. All right. We are all set to go here in Game 4. Got the New York Met dice colors. See if that will help them. It didn't help in Game 3, but you never know. Each game is different, and inside pitch, you never know what's going to happen. And leading things off for the Astros will be second baseman Bill Doran. He is a switch hitter. He will turn around bat right-handed against the lefty El Cid. And Game 4 is underway. It's a 4-2, and that's a strikeout chance. 20, though, is way too high for that, so Doran will swing. 2-2. It's a ground ball to third. One away. So Ray Knight takes care of Bill Doran. One away. Brings up the center fielder, Billy Hatcher. 6-5. Strikeout chance and will not get him. He's a 7. The stadium only adds 1, makes it an 8, but that 9 is too high. So Hatcher will get to swing. 1-5, and he's going to single to right field. So Hatcher takes advantage of that. Gets that single. And if he can get a jump, boy, he gets a big jump on Sid Fernandez. If he can get the jump, he adds a +3 to his stealing. So right now his attempt is a 9. And he does get the jump. So there we go. Hatcher's going to be flying. His stolen base is 15. Adding 3 makes it an 18. +1 from Gary Carter is a 19. Anything other than a 20, and he steals it. And that's a 2. So it's stolen base plus a possible throwing error on Gary Carter. Gary Carter may have been better to hold that ball, but he decided to throw through anyway. His error rating is only a 5, so it has to be a 1 through 5 to be an error. Anything 6 or higher, and it will get snagged. It's a 9, so no error on the play as Wally Backman was able to keep it from getting past him. But it is a single and a stolen base for Billy Hatcher. He is in scoring position with 1 out. For the number 3 hitter, Scrap Iron Phil Garner. He's in there in place of Walling because of the lefty on the mound. Strategy roll for El Cid. There's a 20. He has a pickoff error attempt at a 1. No pickoff errors. So we go to El Cid against Garner. 6-5. Strikeout chance, but again, 20 is too high. Go to Garner. Garner 5-2. He's going to fly to right. That is out number 2. Now, can Hatcher move up is the question. He runs at a 4. To get from second to third on a fly to right, you lose 1. Drops him to a 3. And right fielder arm, Strawberry's a 0. So 1 to 3, he makes it to third base. He does not. He's got a hold. So thought about it, but decided better of it as it wasn't hit quite deep enough. And now that brings up Glenn Davis. El Cid, not 20 again, chance for a pickoff error. But there's no 1 there. So let's go to Glenn Davis. 2-4 on El Cid's card is a strikeout chance. 12 is too high. So Glenn Davis does get the swing. 3-4, and that's a star 4, which is a fly to right to end the inning. So El Cid keeps the Astros off the board. And at the end of half an inning to play here at Shea Stadium, it is Houston 0. And the Mets coming to bat. And Mike Scott back out for his second game of the series. And he'll be facing Lenny Dykstra, Nails. We got a Scrap Iron and we got a Nails for nicknames. Scrap Iron Garner and Nails Dykstra. So Lenny Dykstra against Mike Scott. 3-1 is a double question mark against a left-hander. 1-10 is an automatic out. That is a 10. It is going to be an automatic out. And Dykstra will end up grounding to first. So Glenn Davis takes to the bag himself, 1 away. Bring up the number 2 hitter, Wally Backman. Scott to Backman. And thank goodness Tabby is being quiet. 6-3, possible error on the throw. Go to Backman's card. 2-2, ground ball to first is a possible throwing error as Davis tries to flip to Scott covering. That is a 15 though, and Glenn Davis, his error rating is only a 2. So obviously good play there. Ground out will go 3-1. So 2 quick ground balls to first, so not much happening off of Mike Scott so far. But that brings up Keith Hernandez. 3-3, and that's a home run question mark. 1-12 to pass, it does pass. So we go to Keith Hernandez. A 1-11, and Keith Hernandez has gone deep to give the Mets the lead. Kaboom, he did it. Keith Hernandez. How about that? Don't think of Keith Hernandez as a home run hitter all that much, but he blasted one there, and the Mets lead it 1-0. He did hit 13 home runs on the season, so he found a Mike Scott pitch to his liking and took care of it. Here's Gary Carter. 1-4, that's the strikeout plus, but he still won't get him. He's a 7, plus 1's an 8. The plus makes it an 18, but that's a 19, so Gary Carter fends it off and will swing. 5-4, he flies to center, and that's going to end the inning. But the Mets break through and take a 1-0 lead, which is unusual for them in the series. They have been behind, coming from behind the entire series, but maybe their fortunes are turning around by having the lead. Maybe they're good front runners and just not good from behind. So we'll see. Here's Kevin Bass against El Cid. 4-4, that's a strikeout plus, and he got him. So Kevin Bass out of there as El Cid rang him up. Here's Jose Cruz, lefty on lefty. Cid 2-1, that's a straight up single against a lefty, so how about that? Jose Cruz gets a base hit. 1 out single for Cruz. The attempt is a 1. And there's nothing happening. Alan Ashby is not bunting, so we're not going to worry about that. Cid. 6-2, strikeout chance. 1 got him. Boy. El Cid coming in with the K's. 2 down for Dickie Thon. Again, the strategy roll. There is nothing going on. Cid to Thon. 2-6 is a walk chance, and he will draw the walk. So 2 on now with 2 outs as Dickie Thon draws the walk. And if it doesn't do anything else, it's going to clear Mike Scott this inning so that they can lead off with Doran next inning. But Scott, a 126 hitter, is not totally inept. Nothing on the strategy. Here's El Cid. 6-2 is a strikeout, though. That will be inept because he struck him out to end the inning. So El Cid survives a walk and a single. Pitches 2 shutout innings against the Astros, and for the Mets, it doesn't sound like much, but it's a lot compared to what they've had. So we go to the bottom of the second. Mike Scott back out. We'll be facing the straw man, Darryl Strawberry. It'll be Strawberry, Wilson, and Knight due up here in the bottom of the second. 6-2, strikeout plus, got him. So Strawberry is out of there. 1 away for Mookie Wilson. Back to his familiar left field position. 1-1 is a possible error on a ground ball. 3-3 against a right-hander is a double to left field. No error to worry about there with the 16. And plus it was a ground ball anyway, which double to the left wouldn't fit. But it is going to be a 1-out double for Mookie Wilson. Mets looking to add more. Try to get to Mike Scott early. Strategy roll. 3, he's got a chance to steal third base. He's a +4. He's a 6, which makes it a 10. You cut it in half, it's a 5, and that 3 fits. So again, 16 plus 1 is a 17, plus 1 from Ashley is an 18. 1 to 18, Mookie Wilson is going to steal third. And 19, he got caught. Wow. Wow, getting greedy. Right there, he got greedy. Trying to get to third base with only 1 out. Not a bad move, it just didn't work out. As Ashby threw him out for out number 2 to clear the bases. Davey Johnson can't believe it. Ray Knight now up with the bases clear and 2 down. Scott 6-4, strikeout plus, got him. And that's going to take the starch out of the Mets rally on that one. That caught stealing was huge. Innings over after 2 complete. It's still Mets 1 and Astros nothing. People at Shea are still kind of shaking their head. Can't believe they actually sent him, but they did. And again, I don't think it was a bad move. I mean, 1 to 18. You got a 90% chance of making it. And if you get to third with only 1 out, you can score on a sacrifice fly. You can force the infield to come in. All sorts of things can happen, but the caught stealing can also happen. So we go to the top of the third, top of the order, Billy Doran. 3-2, and that is a walk chance. 8 will walk him. So Bill Doran draws the leadoff walk. And maybe the Astros grab some momentum from that caught stealing. As Doran draws a leadoff walk, his attempt is a 6. That's an 18. Nothing happening. Hatcher's not bunting. So El Cid. 6-3. That is a blank to a righty. Go to Hatcher. 4-3. And 4-3 is a fly to right. 1 down. So 1 away. And that brings up Phil Garner, the scrap iron. He flew to right his first chance. Strategy roll. That's a 9. Nothing happening. El Cid. 1-3. Strikeout chance. 11 is too much. Go to Garner. 5-3 against a lefty. That's a double to center field. How about that? Question is, can Doran score? Doran runs at a 4 to score from first base on a double to center. You add 1, makes him a 5. Lenny Dykstra's arm is a 0. So 1 to 5, and Bill Doran will score. 6, that means somebody may be out or he may have to hold. We shall see. We go to our throw chart. And 0 arm means a 1 to 3. We go to this extra chart here. 4 through 6, he will hold. So 4 through 6, and Doran will put on the brakes. And he does. So Doran will hold up at third. So thought about it, but then third base coach put up the stop sign at the last minute. So the Garner double puts runners at second and third with 1 out for Glenn Davis. Infield is back. They need outs. They don't want to give up a cheap single through a drawn-in infield. Strategy roll. Nothing happening. Fernandez to Davis. 2-1, and against a righty that's a blank. Go to Glenn Davis. 4-1, fly to left, potential sacrifice fly. His sacrifice fly rating is a 2. To 4, he's not going to make it there. Doran, though, runs at a 4. Wilson's a +1, so a 1 to 5, he makes it. And he does. Sacrifice fly by Glenn Davis. And we got ourselves a tie ball game. So we're tied at 1 on the sacrifice fly. Garner holds at second base with 2 outs for Kevin Bass. Strategy roll. Nothing happening. Here's Sid. 1-6 walk plus. He only walks at a 2 there, so the plus is not going with an 18. That's not going to help him. So Kevin Bass will swing. 4-5, and that is a single pass short. Single pass short. Garner is a 3, but with 2 outs, it becomes a 4. To score on S6, all you need is a 3 or better, so Garner will score. And the Astros have retaken the lead, or have taken the lead. They've never had it before in this game, but they've got it now, 2-1. 2-1 Astros on the RBI single by Kevin Bass, scoring Garner. 2-1 Astros with Bass at first base. That's going to send up Jose Cruz. Bass, attempt of 4. To 1, he's going to get a chance to steal. 13 plus 1 is a 16, plus 1 from Carter is a 17. And he's in there, stolen base for Kevin Bass. So he's in scoring position with 2 outs. Strategy roll again. Nothing happening. Here's Jose Cruz. Fernandez to Cruz. 5-2 is potential wild pitch. That's a 4. It will be a wild pitch. So Kevin Bass goes from first to third on a steal and a wild pitch by El Cid. And now he's at third with 2 outs. Nothing on the strategy roll. Fernandez to Cruz, 1-1, double question mark. 1 to 10 is a straight up single, but that's an 18. So Cruz will hit 3-6, and he's going to single pass second against a lefty. That brings in Kevin Bass, and the Astros grab a 3-1 lead. So we thought it was over at 2, but not so fast. Another single. It's 3-1 Astros. And boy, the Met fans here at Shea or the Boo Birds are coming out. Attempt for Cruz. Nothing happening. El Cid, 1-5. Strikeout plus to a lefty, but he's a switch hitter batting right, so it's a blank. Go to Ashby. 5-4 for Ashby. It's a single pass short. So Cruz will get to second base. To get from first to third, you have to have a 5 or better. He's only a 2 plus the 1 is a 3, so he stops at second base. But now the 9th man to bat in the inning. I'm sorry, the 8th man to bat in the inning, Dickie Thon. Nothing on the havoc. Fernandez. 5-3. He's not tired, so there's no single. Go to Dickie Thon. 4-5 for Dickie Thon is a star 6 fly to right to end the inning. But the Astros cash in for 3 runs, sending 8 to the plate. Go to the bottom of the third. New score now. The Astros have taken a 3-1 lead. And turn it over to their ace, Mike Scott. Not looking good for the Mets. It'll be Santana, Fernandez, and Dykstra. A little early to be pinch hitting for Fernandez, I would think. So they're going to let him swing away. It's just 3-1. They're still in the game. Scott, 2-1, strikeout plus, got him. So Santana out on strikes. Brings up El Cid. He was a 162 hitter with 4 runs driven in. So not totally chopped liver. Scott, 1-4, strikeout plus will make him chopped liver. 2 down. So Scott just rolling along with these strikeouts. That is strikeout number 4 for Mike Scott. Back to the top of the order for Lenny Dykstra. 6-1, that's an automatic out. And the automatic out is a ground ball to third. So an easy 1-2-3 inning from Mike Scott. Mets go quietly. We go to the top of the 4th. 3-1, favor of the Stros. Looking to eliminate the Mets in a shocking 4-0 sweep. And Mike Scott will actually lead off here in the bottom of the 4th, or top of the 4th. El Cid, 1-2, is blank to a righty, so we go to Scott. 5-2, and look at that. He doubles to center field. That's just the kind of game it's been. El Cid gives up a double to the pitcher. Unbelievable. Going to bring up Bill Doran. And Rick Aguilera is loosening in the Mets bullpen as we speak. as they can't afford to go too much longer with El Cid if he's going to give up doubles to the pitcher. No strat. Well, there is a pickoff error chance, so we'll check it. There's a 20, so a 1 is a pickoff error. Nope, no pickoff error. El Cid, 2-6, walk chance. He walks Bill Doran. And that's going to be it for El Cid. His day is done. Davey Johnson doesn't want to see any more. Can't take any more. So, Sid Fernandez does not do well in his one game in the series. And the Mets will have to go their bullpen earlier than usual, than they would like. And they will bring in Rick Aguilera. He does have long relief. He can face 12 batters, so that's what they need out of Aguilera, are quality innings. Not just innings, but quality innings. And Billy Hatcher will lead it off as the first batter against Aguilera. Runners on first and second. We will roll for strategy because he does have a chance at a balk. But there is no balk. Infield looking to turn 2 with nobody out. Aguilera 1-5. Strikeout chance too high. We go to Hatcher. 1-4. Question mark 9 against a right-hander is a 1-8. That's a 3. It's a double. A double to right field. Scott will score on the double to right. Doran, we'll see if he can score or not. On a double to right field, you lose 1 to your run rating. He's a 4. He drops to a 3. Nothing on the strawberry arm, so it's a 1-3 to score. And he does. So a 2-run double from Billy Hatcher. Those runs are charged to El Cid. The book is now closed on El Cid as he gives up 5 runs in 3+ innings, all earned. It is 5-1 Astros. And Shea Stadium fans are starting to lose hope. Strategy roll, nothing happening. It's Aguilera to Garner. 5-3, strikeout chance. Got him. So Garner out on strikes for out number 1. It's going to send up Glenn Davis. Nothing on the havoc. Aguilera, 2-5, possible error. Davis, 1-5, fly to right. There is an error chance on a fly to right. Strawberry is a 6, but that's a 4, and to be an error on a fly out, it has to be an odd number. So there is no error on that. It's just going to be a fly to right field for out number 2. And Billy Hatcher has a chance to move up. He's a 4. The -1 from the adjustment makes him a 3. Nothing on the arm from Strawberry. So 1-3, he makes it to third base. And he does. So Billy Hatcher takes third on the throw as Strawberry can't quite get him. He will come in to score. I'm not coming to score, but go to third, rather. I'm getting confused here. So many runs are scoring, it's hard to keep up. All right, 2 down. If the Mets want to stay in the game whatsoever, Aguilera has to get Kevin Bass. No, nothing on the strategy. Here's Aguilera. 6-1 blank. We go to Kevin Bass. 5-2, star 4. That's going to be a ground ball to second, and the inning's over. So Aguilera comes in and holds them to the 2 runs, although he did give up the Hatcher double that allowed the 2 runs. So he allowed the inherited runners to score. Not exactly what you want from your relief pitcher, but that's what happened. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. It is 5-1. They've given a commanding lead to Mike Scott. Can the Mets offense break through? Or will this be a 4-game sweep? Scott, 6-1, automatic out to Wally Backman. It will be a ground ball to third, 1 away. So 1 down, and that brings up Keith Fernandez. He homered for the only Mets run of the game. 4-6, strikeout plus to a righty, but blank to a lefty. So Hernandez will swing. 2-5, fly to right. I'm sorry, fly to left rather. 2 down. And time is starting to run out on the Mets. Here's Gary Carter. 3-5, and that is a blank to a righty. 4-2, and that's a liner to short. Hit it hard, but right to Dickie Thon. And the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Mets. We go to the 5th. It is 5-1. Astros. Aguilera back out. He'll be facing Cruz, Ashby, and Thon here in the top of the 5th. Jose Cruz is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. That was against El Cid. 3-3 is a strikeout chance, and he got him. So how about that? 2 for 2 against the lefty, but he strikes out against the righty. Jose Cruz out on strikes. Here's Ashby. He's 1 for 2. 3-2 is a strikeout chance. 13 will get him. He's a 12 plus the 1's a 13. So back-to-back strikeouts for Rick Aguilera. And that brings up Dickie Thon. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. 5-3 is another strikeout chance, and he got him. So how about that? Aguilera strikes out the side here in the top of the 5th. See if that gives any momentum at all to the Mets offense. If they see the pitch and he's stabilizing, maybe the offense can do something, but tough order against Mike Scott. Well, Strawberry's going to be the first one to take a chance. Strawberry struck out his first chance. 6-5, it's a potential walk, and he will draw the walk. So that's what you need if you're the Mets. You need base runners. You're down by 4. You need base runners. They're not going to try any kind of steal, but we will see if there's a pickoff. And there is none. So that brings up Mookie Wilson. Mookie Wilson. 4-2, and that's a blank to a lefty, so no strikeout plus. Here's Mookie. 1-5, ground ball to first, possible double play. He's only a 1 though. Infield being halfway does not make it a 2 because it went to first base, so it's still going to be a 1. The pivot of the shortstop is the only thing that's going to affect it, and Dickie Thon's a 0. So this has to be a 1 to be a double play. It is not. It's a 5, but it's enough to force Strawberry at second. So it'll go 3-6 as Glenn Davis throws to Thon to retire Strawberry on the fielder's choice. 3-6. Mookie Wilson at first base with 1 out. Strategy roll. 10, nothing happening. Although he could try to steal. He's a 6, and that's a 4. It gets a 10. That's a 16, 17, and plus 1 from the catcher is an 18. They're going to send him 18, 1-18. And he's in there. Stolen base, Mookie Wilson. Sometimes when you're behind, you have to be more aggressive to make something happen. And that's exactly what Mookie Wilson is attempting to do. He's in scoring position now where a base hit can score a run. Strategy roll, nothing happening this time because you cut that in half. He doesn't have that 10 attempt. It's a 5 now. So Scott. 6-1's automatic out. He's hit that like 3 times already. Ray Knight is going to be out via ground ball to first, which means Mookie Wilson will take third base, but now there are 2 outs. But by stealing it, at least took the double play out of the equation. And that'll bring up Rafael Santana, but I think much like they've done the whole series, they're going to pull Santana and look for some offense. So Santana is being lifted, and they will go to Kevin Mitchell. Or will they? Do they go to Howard Johnson? You know what? They're going to go to Howard Johnson because they don't want a righty facing Scott. They want a lefty facing Scott. Scott's too tough on righties. So right now it is going to be Howard Johnson, and Johnson will stay in the game to play short. Not very good defensively, but they got to get offense. When you're down 5-1 in the 5th, you need offense. And you got a runner at third with 2 outs. Got to try to make something happen. 19, nothing happening. Scott, 2-3, strikeout chance, 10, got him. So Howard Johnson out on strikes to end the inning. Best laid plans were foiled right there, and the Mets come away empty-handed. We go to the 6th. It's still 5-1 Houston. And Rick Aguilera will be back out. He is going to lead off the next inning, so they want to see if he can pitch this inning and then turn it over to a pinch hitter. Right now, to start the top of the 6th, it is Mike Scott. And Aguilera has struck out the last 3 he has faced. He struck out the side last inning. Looking to keep it going. 4-3. It's another strikeout chance to a righty, so that's 4 in a row for Rick Aguilera as he strikes out Mike Scott. Flip the order over now to Bill Doran. He's 0 for 1. He's walked twice and scored twice. 4-6. He's not tired, so there's no single there. Go to Doran. 4-2. Liner to second. That's out number 2. Almost hate to take Aguilera out. He's pitching so well, but they're going to need offense. So this is his last third of an inning coming up right here. It's Billy Hatcher. 6-3 is a walk chance. 5, he does walk him. So Billy Hatcher does draw the 2-out walk, which is dangerous. He's been a menace to the Mets the whole series, and this game no different. He's singled, already stole a base, and he's doubled. Had a big 2-run double in the 4th to pad the lead, and now he's reached base again. He's a 9, -1's an 8 for an attempt. 14, nothing happening. So here's Phil Garner. Aguilera, 2-1. Double question mark to a righty is a 1-4, but 14's not going to fit, so Garner will swing. 6-1, liner to second to end the inning. So Rick Aguilera, about as well as you can do. Just had that one hiccup giving up the double to the first batter he faced to allow 2 runs to score. But other than that, he retired. Let's see. He faced 10 batters and retired 8 of them. So, or 9 of them. Faced 11 batters, retired 9 of them. So compared to what the starter did, I think he did very well for himself, did Rick Aguilera. So we go to the bottom of the 6th, and we need a new pinch hitter for the Mets. And then a new pitcher. But right now they're going to go to Lee Mazzilli to pinch hit. They would go to Danny Heap, who's usually their best pinch hitter, but they're trying to save him for when there's runners on base. More of a higher leverage situation, so they're going to let Mazzilli pinch hit here in the bottom of the 6th against Mike Scott. 2-3 is a strikeout chance. 13, too high. Go to Mazzilli. 4-6 is going to fly to left, 1 away. So Mazzilli fails. And for Mike Scott, that is batter faced number 27. He can face 29. So he's nearing his fatigue level. Lenny Dykstra back in. 3-6 strikeout chance. Got him. So Mike Scott going out with a flourish for Wally Backman. 6-1, that's that automatic out that he's been finding here lately. He did it again to Backman. It is a ground ball to third. Second time that's happened to Backman. And the inning is over. So Mike Scott's going to pitch 6 solid innings. Only blemish is the Keith Hernandez home run. And we go to the top of the 7th. Still 5-1, favor the Astros. And the Mets need a new pitcher. And they will go to Roger McDowell. So McDowell it is. McDowell will be coming on. And he'll be facing Glenn Davis, Kevin Bass, and Jose Cruz. Roger McDowell. He's had a rough series, no doubt, but they're hoping he can get back to his form of 1986. One 4, and that's a strikeout chance, but 17 is too high. Glenn Davis, 6-6, star 3. That's a grounder to first. Keith Fernandez takes it to the bag himself. 1 away for Kevin Bass. 2-2, struck him out. That's a strikeout chance. That's a 1. So Kevin Bass is gone. 2 up, 2 down, and McDowell doing a whole lot better. But the Mets may have bitten off a hole to be behind more than they can chew. 4-6 is a automatic out against a lefty Cruz. So let's see what the automatic out is. It's a grounder to third. Ray Knight's there to end the inning. So the Met bullpen pitching well, but their offense not coming through, and the starter El Cid got knocked around pretty much. Now Mike Scott coming out to pitch the top of the bottom of the 7th rather. No 7th inning stretch. We're going to keep going. So he has faced 29 batters. He is now tired. So the question is, do you want him to pitch when he's tired? I think up 5-1, they're going to let him at least start the inning and see how he does. He's got the heart of the order, Hernandez, Carter, and Strawberry. But if he finds a parentheses check, which would be a 4-5 or a 3-1 or a 3-2, those are the 3 rolls that will take him out of the game. 1-5 is okay. It's a blank to a lefty, so Hernandez will swing. 3-5, he's going to ground it right back to Scott. 1 down. And that brings up Gary Carter. 3-2, he just missed. Oh, he is tired. So he's got to come out of the game. He hit that single mark. So it's an automatic single for Gary Carter. And Mike Scott's going to have to leave. So that's going to be it for Mike Scott. He's going to go 6 1/3. And the Astros will have to make a move to the bullpen. And let's see if they do a double switch, because Cruz, let's see, actually he's a pretty good defender. I don't think you want to take him out. Actually, they're not going to do a double switch. They're just going to go ahead and go to a reliever that is just going to try to get the last 2 outs of the inning. And that's going to be lefty Jeff Calhoun, because lefty Darryl Strawberry is coming up. So they want to see if Calhoun can get through the inning. His job there is to get Darryl Strawberry for sure. So Calhoun is in. See what he can do against Gary Carter. Strategy rolls are off, so no strategy roll needed. Calhoun to Strawberry. 5-1's a walk chance. Strawberry will walk. So Calhoun not effective there, and that brings up Mookie Wilson. So they'll keep Calhoun in there against Wilson, who's a little bit better against righties. But right-hander Senor Smoke, Aurelio Lopez, is loosening the pen, and he might be coming in very quickly. Righty Ray Knight is due up next, so Calhoun, this is probably his only batter. 4-2, it's a blank. We go to Mookie Wilson. 2-1, double star 6, which is a fly to right. That's out number 2. Gary Carter cannot advance. He's a 2. And to get from right, second to third on a fly to right, you lose 1. Plus Kevin Bass is a -1 arm. Actually, Kevin Bass is a +1 arm, makes him a 2. But Gary Carter down 5-1 is not going to go anywhere. So Calhoun will be lifted. And Senor Smoke, Aurelio Lopez, coming in to pitch to Ray Knight to try to get out of this 7th inning. So Aurelio Lopez, Senor Smoke, his only job is to get Ray Knight. That's what they want. Got to get Ray Knight. 1-6 is a potential walk. 8 is going to walk him. So How about that? The Mets now have the bases loaded for Hojo, Howard Johnson. So bases are loaded for Howard Johnson. This is the chance the Mets have been waiting for. This is their chance to get it done against the Astro bullpen now that Mike Scott is gone. Lopez, 5-4, is a range play. There are 2 outs, so everybody's back in the infield. Hojo, 6-6 is a liner to third, but it is a range check. I don't think there are range checks on liners. Let me double check it. I don't think there can be a range on liners, or can there? Let's see. Failed range check on a liner. Well, it can be. So L5 hit, let's see here. It's a liner to third was the result. The range of the third baseman, Phil Garner, his range is a 4. So let's see if he can get to it. 1-4. He can. So Phil Garner saves the day, saves a couple of runs. I would have got it by him probably for extra bases, but instead he snags it. And scrap iron, a hero of the Astros for now, to keep the score right where it is. And Met fans just let out a gasp as they feel their chances of coming back to be slipping away. And we go to the 8th. And due up for the Astros is Ashby Thon and a pinch hitter for Lopez. And let's see here. Due up. McDowell is still in there, so he's not up yet. He's set to lead off next inning. So McDowell will stay out there. He will keep pitching. He will pitch the top of the 8th. And it's going to be Ashby, Thon, and a pinch hitter. And the pinch hitter for the Astros, so you look at their bench, the Astro bench, we are looking at a lefty off the bench, most likely. I think we're looking at Terry Poole, if I'm not mistaken. But first things first, let's get to where we need to get to. McDowell facing Ashby. 3-4, and that is an ballpark check. First time going to Shea Stadium the entire game. Comes up here in the 8th for Ashby. 2-6, it's a star 6, so very uneventful. Ground ball to third. Ray Knight is right there. 1 down, 1 away, and that's going to send us to Dickie Thon. Tabby's trying to rub her chin against my charts, so it's a little bit annoying. Let's get that out of the way. I got to move my charts so she can't mess them up. All right, here's Dickie Thon. 5-3, and that's a potential walk. 1 is a walk. So Dickie Thon will draw the 1-out walk. And that'll bring up the pinch hitter, Terry Poole. So Terry Poole will pinch hit for the Astros. With 1 on. Strategy rolls are again off. Jesse Orosco is loosening the Met bullpen right now. McDowell to Poole. 4-1 against a lefty. That's a walk plus, so he will draw a pinch hit walk, will Terry Poole. And Poole will be lifted for a pinch runner, Davey Lopes. So Davey Lopes will be on to pinch run for Poole, as Poole did his job. First and second. Only 1 out for Bill Doran. McDowell can face 7 batters. He has faced 6. This will be batter number 7. So he can face him without being tired, but when he gets to Hatcher, he'll be tired. 1-2 is potential wild pitch. 18 is too high. It's just ball 1. 1-2 again is another ball 2. 2-5. He's not tired, so it's not going to be a single. Go to Doran. 3-1. Ground ball to second. Potential double play. He's a 2. They're halfway. Makes it a 3. The pivot is the shortstop, Howard Johnson. His pivot is a -1. Brings it down to a 2 again. So 1-2 for a double play. It's a 4, so not going to be a double play. They will get the force on Lopes, though. So Lopes is out on the force play. Doran reaches on the fielder's choice. It's going to go 4-6 for out number 2. And now with runners at the corners, Dow is now tired, but they're going to take a chance to leave him in there. Gets the righty Hatcher. 2-2, strikeout chance. 18 too high. We go to Hatcher. 3-4, and that's a single pass short. Thon will score. Doran on an S6. Can he get to third? He runs at a 5. Get from first to third on an S6. All you need is a 5, so he will get there. He's a 4 plus the 2 outs makes him a 5, so he's aboard with runners at the corners. It is now 6-1 Astros. And Phil Garner, the batter. McDowell's still tired. They're going to lift McDowell for Doug Sisk. They're not going to use Orozco. They're going to use Sisk because they want a right-hander. So Doug Sisk will be coming on. Try to get that final out. Doug Sisk. 4th pitcher used by Davey Johnson and the Mets. As Billy Hatcher drives in the run. And Hatcher continues to be a thorn in the side. He's singled, doubled, and he's hit 2 singles, a double, and a walk. He's bucking for MVP of the series, for sure. All right, here's Sisk trying to get out of this mess. 2-2 is a blank. We go to Phil Garner. 4-6. It's a single pass third, so the mess continues. Run number 2. Billy Hatcher runs at a 4, but with 2 outs it becomes a 5. And on a single to third, you have to have a 6, so he cannot get there. He will stay at second base, but another run is in. That run is charged to McDowell. And it is now, unfortunately for the Mets, 7-1. With the big hitter Glenn Davis coming up. 6-1, blank, we go to Glenn Davis. 2-4, it's grounded to short, and the inning is finally over. But more damage done as the Astros increase that lead. And now Met fans starting to head toward the exit, unfortunately. Astros will now go to the bullpen, and they will bring in a pitcher that has not pitched the entire series, so he's certainly fresh, and that's Danny Darwin. He was a late acquisition from Milwaukee. So Danny Darwin will see his first action of this championship series. And he certainly got the relief numbers to be able to complete the game, to finish out the game. We need a pitcher for Sisk, pinch hitter for Sisk, rather, I should say, because he is set to lead off, so they will pinch hit for him. They will use Danny Heap, try to get something started. So Danny Heap looking to get something started. They still have Mitchell and Tuffle on the bench as good hitters. Elston and Hearn more defense. But they're going to have Heap lead off against Darwin. Heap is the pinch hitter to start the 8th inning of this 7-1 game. So Darwin to Heap. 2-2. Home run question mark. 1-16. That passes. So Danny Heap on a 1-10 gets a pinch hit home run. Kaboom! It's gone. Danny Heap has done it again. I'll tell you what, if the Mets had any life at all, Danny Heap might be an MVP candidate. That is his second consecutive, I believe. It's his second pinch hit home run of the series. And he has put hopefully some life into the Mets. That's what they're hoping for anyway. It is now a 7-2 game. That's why they wanted to rather have Heap bat with people on base, but desperate times they needed somebody to get something started, and they're hoping that's what he just did. So here's Lenny Dykstra rudely greeted Danny Darwin. Darwin 5-6 is the ballpark card going to Shea Stadium. 4-6, and that is a star 5, which is a fly to left. So Danny Darwin gets the first out of the inning as he gets Mr. Dykstra. Here's Backman. 4-2, strikeout chance 8, too high. We'll go to Backman to finish. 6-4, liner short, 2 down, is snagged by Dickie Thon. So 2 down for Keith Hernandez. 4-3, and that's a strikeout chance. 2 got him. So Darwin comes back after the home run and takes care of the Mets in short order. Does give up the run, but we go to the 9th with the score 7-2, and we need a new pitcher for the Mets, and it will be Jesse Orosco. He will try to hold the fort. It'll be Doran, Bass. I'll check that. It'll be Bass, Cruz, and Ashby due up. Bass, Cruz, and Ashby are the scheduled hitters. Bass, the switch hitter, will turn around bat right-handed against Mr. Orosco. 5th pitcher used by the Mets, facing Kevin Bass. That leaves Anderson and Neiman in the bullpen. 5-3 is a hit by pitch chance. He's a 7, plus the 10 is a 17, so the 16 fits. So Jesse Orosco maybe pouring out some frustration of the Mets in this series, just plunks Kevin Bass, and the Astro bench not happy about it. Here's Jose Cruz, lefty on lefty. 3-2, strikeout chance, got him. Jose Cruz is out of there. 1 down for Alan Ashby. 2-4, that's a strikeout plus to a lefty, but to a righty switcher batting right, it's a blank. 5-6, it's a ground ball to third, potential double play. He's a 2, they're halfway, makes it a 3. The pivot second baseman Backman is a -1, makes it a 2. So 1-2 for a double play, and they turn it to end the inning. Finally, something good happened for the Mets. They turn a 5-4-3 around the horn double play. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Mets, or their series and season will be over. It's going to be Gary Carter, Darryl Strawberry, and Mookie Wilson. Against against Danny Darwin. Now the Astros do have Dave Smith loosening the pen just in case. They don't want to let anything get away, so Smith is loosening if they need him. Here's Darwin. 2-3, blank. We go to Carter. 4-3, and as a ground ball to third against 4-3 is a single pass third, so Gary Carter starting things off, trying to get that rally going. You didn't expect a 1-2-3 inning inside pitch on the final inning, did you? I mean, game is almost never over an inside pitch, according to RJL. So we'll go with that. Here's Darwin. 2-5, ballpark card going to Shea Stadium for Strawberry. If he gets a home run chance, he can go deep. 2-3. It's a star 4, however, which is a ground ball to short. Potential double play. He's only a 1, though. Nothing there. They're halfway, makes it a 2. The pivot at second is Doran. His pivot is a 0. So it's a 1-2 for a double play. It's a 4, so they just get the force on Carter. That will be it. It will go 6-4 for the fielder's choice. 1 down for Mookie Wilson. So fielder's choice. 1 away. Mookie Wilson, the batter. Darwin, 6-2 is a blank. We go to Mookie Wilson. 3-1, fly to right, 2 down. Now we'll check Darwin for fatigue. He has faced 7 batters. So this is batter number 8. He will be fatigued if he does not get Ray Knight. It's Ray Knight the batter. Howard Johnson is on deck. Knight's a 298 hitter, so I don't think you can take him out for Kevin Mitchell. So they're going to keep Knight in there against Darwin. 2-4. He is not tired. He'll be tired on the next batter, so it's a blank. 5-2, single to third, or past third. Strawberry will get to second. He needs a 6 to get to third, so he stays at second. But the inning continues from Ray Knight. He says, I don't want to be the last out. And for the Astros, Darwin is now tired. So do you bring in Dave Smith? It's not a safe situation, but I think you kind of have to bring in Dave Smith. You don't want to give the Mets any hope. So Dave Smith, their closer, will be coming on. Darwin could not finish the deal. So Smith will come on. That'll leave Kerfeld and Anderson as the only relievers. So now both teams have used 5 pitchers. And Howard Johnson is your scheduled hitter. He can definitely club one if he gets one into the home run area. So they're going to leave him in there. They're not going to pinch hit for him with Mitchell. In fact, Mitchell is on deck to pinch hit for the pitcher, Orozco. So can't use him to pitch hit for here because they need him in case they get to the pitcher spot. Smith, 5-3 against the switch hitting Johnson. It's an automatic out. The ball game is over, and the automatic out is a 3. Ground ball to second. Doran fields it, throws to Glenn Davis, and the Astros are mobbing the field as the Mets try to clear out, but the Astros are mobbing the field. They have taken over Shea Stadium, and they come in with a 4-game sweep of the powerful Mets, and the Astros dispatch them in 4 straight. And unfortunately for Met fans, they are eliminated just like they were in the first round, wild card round in 2022 season that we just witnessed a few days ago. We'll pause the video, come back with the details, and get set up for the next video. All right, the Astros still celebrating on the field. Let's look at the totals for the ball game. For the Astros, 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors, and 9 left. For the Mets, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and 6 left. Winning pitcher was Mike Scott. Losing pitcher was Sid Fernandez. There was no save. So that's going to do it here for the NLCS. The Astros will advance to the World Series to take on either the Yankees or the Angels. And, of course, in that series, it is the Yankees leading 2-1. So Game 4 of that series will be the next video. It'll be on payoff pitch. In fact, the next couple of videos will be just that series as we try to get an opponent for the Houston Astros. The World Series will begin in the National League Park. So it will be at the Astrodome. The Astros will be flying back home from New York to wait on whoever it's going to be, whether it's going to be the Yankees or the Angels. So they will take on those teams. There is no DH in the 1986 series. Now, I realize that puts a bind on the American League team, but that's just the way we have to play it. We have to play it the way it was played in 1986, and 1986 pitchers hit. So whoever comes through for the American League team, I'm just going to pick a generic pitcher hitting card to represent their pitchers hitting. Definitely a distinct advantage to the National League. So the Astros are celebrating, and they've got a few games to rest up and wait and see just how many games this Yankee-Angel series goes. If it goes 6 or 7 games, then Mike Scott will rest enough to come back. If one of those teams if the Yankees end up winning the next 2 and finishing off the series, then most likely Nolan Ryan would be the number 1 starter. But we'll figure all that stuff out when things come along. But the next video is the Yankees and the Angels from California. Game number 4, it will be for the Yankees, Joe Niekro, and for the Angels, Kirk McCaskill. That'll be on payoff pitch. That will be a video that in a couple days after this post. This is going to I'm recording this on a Tuesday night. I'm going to upload it on Wednesday. I believe it's October the 12th that I'm going to upload it. And hopefully I'll record the next game either tomorrow night, Wednesday night, or Thursday night for upload on Friday at the latest, or Thursday maybe. Depends on the schedule and how it goes. But that's the plan. This Saturday I'll be back home. I have no commitments to go anywhere, so I'll be able to get plenty of recording in. I'm going to get another game in the History Maker Buffalo Bees game recorded, and then potentially also get another game recorded of the Demolition League. But I really want to focus on getting the Yankees in California done, so I may just binge record those just to get through that and get going to our 86 series. I might just put the Demolition League on hold until I get that complete. So that's going to go from here. Unfortunately for Met fans, they walk away disappointed. And RJL somewhere is mumbling that it's been rigged the whole time. But what can you say? It's the way the dice turned out. So Astros a great team in 1986. I mean, no shame in losing to them at all. Just the Mets just didn't have it in this series for whatever reason. Don't know why. But that's going to do it from here. Until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I'll see you all down the road.